Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Realistic RTG. We are mid-summer transfer window, and your feedback in the last episode has certainly swayed a number of decisions. This video might be out slightly late, depending on how quickly we can get it made. We're recording on the day of it going live. So there is the potential, of course, to bring in another winger, to bring in a left back, and we had the decision as to what to do with Kieran Bowie. The general consensus was to give Bowie another season. So I'm quite happy to do so. You're absolutely right. I hadn't seen the 58 stamina on Asher Agbenon, so we're training that. We'll wait and see how affected he is by that when we actually play him in game. We're looking actually to sign a permanent winger and loan in someone else as well as a utilitarian option. Also looking to bring a new left back in too. So we did have a bid in the last episode from Leicester for Adaramola. Adaramola I am absolutely open to selling to bring in said new left back. They've bid just above valuation. I would like a little bit more if I can get it, but I don't know how open they're going to be to pushing the boat out a little bit further. And they're going to get their feet wet, but they're not going too far. I'll see if I can get 10.5 for him. 9.3 is as far as they'll go. 9.3, I will be open to receiving. So we're looking at left back. The general preference for you guys at left back seems to be Ouattara from Everton. Where are we? Ouattara from Everton as an upgrade on Doherty. And then Alfie Doherty will be the backup left back. Obviously can play left mid as well, seemingly Kasum Ouattara. So would be an option further forward if possible. So we'll get the outgoing transfer done first in case that falls through and I spend money on a left back that I don't necessarily need money to be spent in. Then with regards to the wide option, the overwhelming popular option was Tyler Dibling. By quite a margin. So we are going to look to bring Tyler Dibling in. Whether we use him on the right or the left remains to be seen. We'll trial Asher at right wing and Dibling at left wing, and then vice versa, and see which position suits which player better. We're also going to look to loan in from Fulham Emil Smith-Rowe as a very good squad option. They've got an 85 rated Ferran Torres. They've got an 85 rated Ben Doak. They've got plenty of other 83 to 5 rated midfielders at Fulham. Emil Smith-Rowe doesn't get any sort of first team football. So we are going to look to loan Emil Smith-Rowe in. The game won't let me do it because his contract is too short. But obviously we can use the live editor to do so. So the only reason the game is not letting me loan him is because his contract is too short. So we'll just force it through with the live editor as we have the power to do, because he's not getting any first team football at Fulham and he'll get more first team football with me. So we'll bring Emil Smith-Rowe in as well, and then if we get a bid that we might consider accepting for Bowie, then yes, Luvumbo is probably the preferred go-to, and you guys kind of agree with that. We may even end up signing Zito Luvumbo later in the season anyway if Bowie continues to underperform. He said give him till at least January, so we will give Kieran Bowie till at least January. I might well have said David Bowie again there accidentally. If I did, I apologise. So let's get the Adaramola deal done through first. Actually, let's get Tyler Dibling done first. So let's bring him in from. Is he still at? No, he's at Feyenoord, wasn't he? I was going to say, is he still at Southampton? But he's not. He's at Feyenoord. Tyler, in you come, please, sir. Their asking price is 43.2. He's valued at 28.5. We will bid valuation. I'll go slightly above at 29, and they want 36. So I was expecting them to be asking for more than valuation and more than they are asking for. I'll remove the sell-on clause and add an extra 500 grand in, and maybe 31.5 they'll just take. 34.9. Got to factor in the other deals I want to get done here. So if they'll take 32, then we have a deal. And they will take 32, so we have a deal. Tyler Dibling is on the brink of joining Bradford City. He's on £24,000 a week right now. over in the Netherlands, and obviously he would be expecting a significant pay rise to come across to the Premier League, where he's previously plied his trade. Unfortunately for him, if he stays at Southampton in real life, he won't be plying his trade there anymore. I'll offer him £45,000 a week. It's close to doubling his wages. And they want 68. So, I'm glad they've at least tried to negotiate rather than just walking away, because that is significantly more than we were previously offering. I'll offer 60 plus the signing bonus. He wants 70. 70 we can do for a player that has that level of ability and that level of potential growth as well. Tyler Dibling comes in for £32 million on £70,000 a week. Deal done. Let's see, is this going to be Adaramola leaving? It is indeed. Adaramola is Leicester City bound. Leicester has signed 2 fullbacks from us now, because they picked up Lucas Stevenson on a free at the end of last season, and now they've bought Tayo Adaramola as well. So they should have a good understanding fullback to fullback. Whether they start for Leicester or not, I don't know actually. But Tayo Adaramola is now gone, which should hopefully free up the funds to go and bring in Ouattara instead. This is going to be a youngster going out on loan. I think this is Lewis Hayward going to Borussia Mönchengladbach, actually. It is indeed. He should get a decent loan spell there and hopefully should grow very nicely indeed. We'll be paying all of his £9,000 a week wages, which is not a problem. We got the finances in hand to be able to deal with that. Akita, that's another loan to buy. I'd like to negotiate just a loan, please. Akita to Charlton would be a very realistic move to make for a youngster, but Charlton only want to buy him. They don't want to just loan him. We've negotiated a potential full loan for Duff to Sunderland as well, but Lewis Hayward has gone to Borussia Mönchengladbach for the time being, so we can do that on the squad tracker as well. Tyler Dibling has changed positions to a right winger and updated already. Could train him as the inside forward that we would probably play him as if he was to be on the right hand side. Inside forward 10 weeks, winger 13. We might as well do the inside forward and get him there slightly quicker. We are working our way through pre-season now. You might not have seen anything for a few days. A couple of youngsters gone out on loan. A couple of youngsters keep getting unrealistic bids come in for them. Mialbi for Akita is not necessarily a realistic destination as far as I'm concerned, so I'm rejecting that one as well. Dibling currently is actually on the left. See that Agbenon hasn't recovered his stamina from the previous game, which is something to be aware of. Lancashire and Sarah with the goals as we get a win over Stuttgart. So yes, Agbenon's stamina might well be a bit of an issue at busy periods in the fixture list, but that's why we're bringing in other players to add to the squad. Now that we've noticed that, certainly if I'd have noticed it in the moment, I might not have bought him, but is what it is. Newcastle have bid for Alfie Doherty. Now, Newcastle might have European football. I might have my hand forced here. We might be looking to sign 2 left backs, and they're not involved there either. So it appears Newcastle are not in the Europa League or involved in European football. Although that said, I'd have to double check to make sure they're not just automatically qualified for a. Give me the Prem, thank you. They're not automatically qualified for a competition and not showing just yet. So, with regards options, Destiny Adoggy, 86 rated. Alfie Doherty would not be getting any football whatsoever for Newcastle. That is absolutely assured. So, on that basis, I'm going to reject that. I'm going to reject that deal, I think. Let me double check and see where. Let me double check and see where Newcastle finished last season by checking the season finale. I don't want to just disregard it offhand. Newcastle 6th. So Newcastle will have automatically qualified for European football, I would presume, unless, of course, based on cup winners. FA Cup was Leeds, so Leeds will have taken that European position, and Carabao Cup was Chelsea. So Newcastle might not actually genuinely have European football this year. So I am going to reject that offer based on the fact that we believe Newcastle do not have European football this current season. I'm just going to wait for live chat's confirmation on that, but we believe Newcastle don't have European football this year, so I shall reject that bid. So we believe that Newcastle will have European football for this upcoming season. So I am, as a result of that, going to negotiate this. I am going to try and get a decent fee for him. An 18.5, I think, for a 31-year-old 80-rated player is probably a decent fee at this stage. Especially considering he's on... What is he on a week, actually, Alfie Doherty? Let's have a look. Alfie Doherty is on a week. Left back, Ches. £55,000, which certainly could be repurposed into a loan for sure. When he... Well, in fact, I'm going to go and do it before he leaves. Because we need a left back anyway, as we had sold Adaramola. So let's go and buy Ouattara and bring him in. Where are you, sir? And we'll try and get this deal done with Everton. They just got relegated, so we should be able to pick him up for about valuation, if not maybe slightly under. I'll be a little bit cheeky and see if they'll accept, and they will. £23 million is great. He's on 42.5 at Everton, and again, we will give him a little bit of a boost to that. Crucial is fine at 82 rated. It's not a problem whatsoever. We'll go for a 3-year deal for him rather than a 4-year, because certainly fullback is an area where you can see quite a bit of rotation in a side. And wage-wise, I'll offer him the £55,000 that we're about to save, potentially, by losing Alfie Doherty. And he wants 58, but having taken that bonus out, we'll give him 60. He wants 69 now. That's a bit of a jump. Extra £9,000 a week. We'll offer him 65, and 65 they will accept. Ouattara is coming in from Everton, as it looks like Alfie Doherty is going out to Newcastle. So we're going to have to look for a backup fullback, having now committed to loaning out the other young left back we had in Jay Davies. Do have Hoyer, Mikic. I mean, Von der Haar can play at left back. So maybe we just use Von der Haar as a backup left back, albeit he's not particularly well suited to that position. We could potentially loan someone in though as well. It's an option. It's a difficult one in a window like this, where there's a lot changing and not necessarily too obvious as to what to do with the squad to deal with depth. Obviously going to need numbers as well for depth, irregardless of the quality of it. But as you can see, Alfie Doherty has agreed terms. So Doherty is off to Newcastle. That deal is done for £18.5 million. Whoa. Whoa. We just sold £50 million worth of shirts by signing Tyler Dibling. What? We also have, now that we're established in the Premier League, we're now taking 50% of the shirt sales figures, not 25% of the shirt sales figures that we previously had. But Tyler Dibling has just earned almost his entire transfer fee with the 50% in shirt sales alone. Good Lord indeed, Mike. Good Lord indeed. Okay. That's weird. Now, after picking up my starting left back, Newcastle have come and bid for my captain, Sander Longors, who was in the Premier League team of the season that you guys quite rightly spotted. Sander Longors is now being isolated by Newcastle as a potential centre-back signing. They have 88 rated Ruben Diaz, 84 rated Josip Shutalo, and 78 rated Alex Murphy. And I have a funny feeling that I'm going to have to negotiate that one as well. He is my captain, and as such, I'm going to drive a hard bargain. But I think we are going to be losing our captain. I can't ask for too much because they'll just walk away. But I mean, he is my captain at the end of the day, and he starts every week for me, and he wouldn't start every week for them. And they're not willing really to come much higher than valuation. I might, on the grounds of it not quite matching the financials that we'd be after. I'm going to reject this. It's their third and final offer, and it's just above valuation. I'm going to reject that. Sorry, Newcastle, but I'm not going to get fleeced for my captain. I've every right to put my foot down there, especially after you've already signed one of my starting fullbacks or starting defenders. I'd very much like to be able to replace Sonderlongos with someone of suitable quality, and I can't if you don't offer me a decent fee. So we're going to now go and play the first league game of the season against Brighton once we've just updated our transactions. Season tickets have been sold as well, so we can adjust for season tickets as well. Brighton are ridiculous. They finished in I think they finished Champions League, didn't they, last year? Might have finished 4th last season. And their side is, I think, very similar to last year, if not the same, in terms of the personnel. But the 11's very good. Only one player rated lower than 85. David Raya in goal at 86. Tezzy, Silva, Kalulu, Kadiolu, Trincao, Barrios, Barella, Bino Gittins, Bayer and Jackson. It's pretty nutty, really. They've got an 86 rated Harvey Elliott, Kim Min Jae, Yohan Bonny, Javi Guerra. They are disgusting. I am not at that level, but we have significantly improved our 11 as well. So we will fight hard for every moment of every game and hope that maybe we can come out on top or at least avoid an embarrassing defeat. He says as he gives away the ball immediately, but young Mikic does particularly well in winning it back. Sara out to Mikic. Aston's made that run, so we'll look for him. And that might fall for Lancashire, and it has. And back here is Bula with space. That was pinball. Great run by Asher. Drew the defenders around so that it meant Lancashire had a bit of space on the edge of the box. Seagull, 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 Seagull. Scream the crowd. Bino Gittins gets away. Maximilian Bayer trying to find some space. Bino Gittins again. Longos. Oh, gosh. Only just able to get it away, but get it away he does. Sara, that's a great chest control. That's an unbelievable tackle by Barella. The quality of that and the accuracy of it, that's outrageous. So's that football. Gittins 1-0 Brighton. Fair enough. I think we might be seeing that a few more times today. Nicholas Jackson. Kind of forgot the ball for a moment, but actually it's worked in their favour. And Gittins is in again. And Maximilian Bayer is the man that scores this time. Thumped into the far left corner. Brighton 2, Bradford 0. Evidently, we still have a way to go before we're matching the Champions League level sides. Little flick. Lancashire digs it out, but digs it wide. Finding it difficult to actually have the clear-cut chance. I can get to the edge of their box well enough, but then actually having the space and a decent opportunity is proving to be too much of a challenge at the moment. Chill, lads, chill. Good block. Well in, Sara. Get to that first. I can't. Gittins might wind up for a shot in a minute. Nope. Decided to just kind of jog next to it. I don't mind. That was supposed to go to Gabriel Sara, please. Thank you. Okay. Bayer. Good save by Bergstrom. They nearly scored a lucky third. Barella on the corner. And we'll deliver it into a dangerous area. Can we win this header? We certainly can. But Barrios has brought that down very nicely indeed. And they might have another opportunity. Oh, and scrambled around the post by Bergstrom on this occasion. Still looking to finish us off here, Brighton. If at 2-0 the game isn't already done and dusted. Wow. Bayer from 16 yards. Beats Sara in the air. And, well then. That'll be 3-0. You can't save that one. On paper, it's been quite an even game. On the scoreline, it certainly isn't. Brighton starting the season fantastically well. Ourselves, not quite so much. And it's not over yet. They might yet will be more goals for Brighton and Hove Albion today. Hopefully we can score a couple of our own, just to make ourselves feel a little better. Lancashire will look for Dibling out wide, who's hugging that touchline very well indeed. Tried to squeeze it through. Is actually going to work. And Bulat will look for Lancashire, who with the attempted overhead kick was the plan. He went for it second time. Saga. Asher's looking to make runs. And has made the run. Very well indeed. Tight angle. Oh, a little bit too tight, the angle. Got away from the man well. Trying to find the far corner. That's the best opportunity we've had to score a goal so far, but couldn't find the target on this occasion. Asher, I'll be honest, I haven't noticed a lack of stamina from him thus far. Hopefully he's one that seemingly has low stamina on paper, but actually, because of the role he's playing, he's able to maintain his stamina quite well in game. I hope. Anyway, Barrios looking to find a fourth, but won't with an effort like that. An hour played. Let's have a quick look just to see. Yeah, look. That's absolutely fine. Stamina-wise, we might get lucky there. I'm going to take Bulat out for Akan Sanmiro here, and we'll just see what he's all about in this midfield trio. Thanks it. Raskin. Saga. Saga still. Christ knows what Cadiolo's doing there. Agbanon. Good footwork needed. Good footwork found. Akan Sanmiro. Deflection? I hope so. Yes. Deflection. Like an awful effort if it didn't have a deflection. Longhorse is up. That's cleared away. Can we win this sideways there? We can. Unfortunately, I've headed it straight to them, not to Palacio. And I've got to be careful here not to get caught on a really dangerous counter-attack. Ouattara's got the legs to deal with Trincao. But Trincao's got the legs to get around him. Speed of footwork. Bayer with the effort. Bergson with a save. It's been a less one-sided... Oh, good. It's been a less one-sided second half. Oh, Jackson. The agility to just skip past the challenge. A less one-sided second half, but still one clear winner. And Bayer. That was on its way to the top corner, wasn't it? One shot only for Lancashire today. And get me home, I think, is probably the call there. Brighton and Hove Albion 4. Bradford City 0. Welcome back to the Premier League. I'll try again for Mr. Coombe. Don't want to make the purchase, just want to make the loan, please. Basic terms, they'll agree. I'll have him for a year, they'll agree. I asked for 50-50 and they walked away last time. So I'll ask for 50-50 at the beginning and they'll ask for 60-40 again. I'll try and get 55. 55 they will allow. 55% of Alexi Coombs' wages, it looks like we shall pay. Which is fine by me. We're bottom of the table at the minute, but that's not really too much of a surprise given the nature of the last result. Whether things will get any better against Aston Villa, I'm not entirely too sure. This is Alexi Coombe coming in on loan. Perfect. Villa with a 4-2-3-1. Stefano Turati in goal. Kumbedi at right back. Ignacio Lopez and Scalvini with Iñaki Castillo is their back line. Decent. Andre Santos and Frenkie de Jong. Decent. Moussa Diaby, Karim Adeyemi, Morgan Rogers and Dusan Vlahovic. Decent. Really bloody decent. 84 rated Edison in there as well. 85 rated Patreon player Brett dropped to the bench as they've brought in Frenkie de Jong, Aston Villa, which is unfortunate for Brett, but the nature of the beast. We are starting the same 11 as we did in the last game. Welcome to match day 1 at our brand new home stadium, of which we need a name, please. We do not yet have a name for this ground. Obviously, we were playing at Valley Parade previously, which for sponsorship reasons was being dubbed, or is dubbed, the University of Bradford Stadium. But we need a name for our new ground, because I don't have one for it yet, and I wanted you guys to name it. So if you have any suggestions in the comment section for a name for this new ground here in Bradford, based on the history of the club and or the location of the previous ground, then please do let me know. We can't really call it Valley Parade again, so it is going to need a new name, but what that new name is going to be decided upon by you guys in the comment section. Asher is proving to be quite tricky for defences to deal with. which is good. But on this occasion, the defence deal with him. Rogers into the box, tackled by Bulat, nicely done. And Mikic forward to Bulat and to Raskin. And Raskin into Sara. Sara looking for the run of Asher, who's just offside there, I think. We'll get the shot away early, and that is a hell of a finish. And I think he's just onside. The first goal at the new unnamed ground, scored by Asher Agbinon, right into the top bins. More of that, please. Must have been so very tight with the offside line. I thought he was genuinely off. He was genuinely on. And it's a hell of a finish. First goal of the season. First goal at the new ground. And that is quite the goal. And into Sara. Around the corner nicely to Bulat. We'll float it for Dibling. Try and get it to him right on the wing. He's brought it down really well. And up against a couple of defenders here. We'll look for Bulat. And then Lancashire, who was one of the sole sources of goals for us last year, along with the guy playing in the now Asher Agbinon role. And Agbinon very nearly had a second there as well. Don Angelo Canadu was a player we very much enjoyed after we actually made him the right height. Well done game. And Palacio is having a hell of a run there, but then he's just passed it straight to Combetti, unfortunately. He is a centre-back, so got a good interception in there, and then he's tracked back and won the ball back again, but Morgan Rogers still comes away with it, and now I really am a man down out the back. And Flajovic is round me, and Dusan Flajovic is back on his left foot. Oh, wow, that is particularly poor. Oh, it's a corner. I thought he just shot straight wide there, to be completely honest. Diaby with the delivery. Header is on goal, but not on target. But might be on target now. No. We've survived. Our lead intact. This is just the sort of start to the game we needed on the back of the result last time out. It's a great ball for Lancashire. It was meant for Dibling, but Lancashire's away from the defenders here, and he's still going really well. I just needed one more bit of magic. But Scalvini has seen the trick before and knew how to combat it. Diaby's a bit fast, gents. Morgan Rogers still deflected off the post and straight to Vlahovic. Oh, the luck's run out. 1-1. Adeyemi is away from me here. He's going to find Diaby, who's got support. Andre Santos. Good save down low by Bergstrom. And Adeyemi gifts me the goal kick. Well, so far we're on for a point. But it's not been the easiest of points to come by. We would be worthy of it should we get it. We might even be worthy of slightly more if we get it. If we could potentially find a way bloody through. But at the minute, that is seemingly really difficult again. Bulat struggling with stamina again. Let's take Agbinon off now and actually bring Smith Rowe on. And I'm going to move Dibling into that inside forward role where some have suggested that he might actually be better for me. So we'll give that a go. Smith Rowe out on the left-hand side. Smith Rowe will be my go-to for that sort of situation rather than Bowie this season. We'll use Bowie more of a backup striker than a winger. Diaby floats the ball over and up goes Mikic. It's going to fall for Adeyemi though. And Adeyemi finds Vlahovic and Vlahovic finds Santos and the deflection finds Vlahovic again. All of those Bradford City players there and the game goes, nah. That's going to deflect straight to the striker for his second tap into the game. Thanks. Of course it does. 2-1. Clarkson. Oh, that's the ref. I thought it was one of them, so I stopped sprinting. Trying to get away from Andre Santos here. Can't do it. I was trying to slow down to then get it out wide. Play an accurate pass. Bloody Diaby. He's very much one-dimensional, isn't he? But he's also very good at that one-dimensional thing. Combetti with a good challenge there to stop Ouattara getting it down the line. 3 to go. Edison now on for them. For Combetti at right back. And that is probably us losing back-to-back games at the beginning of the Premier League season, although I do feel like we've been particularly hard done by. Oh, Keeps. Particularly hard done by in this one. 2 rebounds, and then my 6'9" goalkeeper just doesn't bother to jump and just lets Karim Adeyemi walk in and head that home. Thanks. A 3-1 defeat against Aston Villa at our new unnamed stadium. We have some names offered up by live chat potentially for the ground. The favourites are the Coop or the Chicken Coop, because of course the Bantam connection, or the Mill, or potentially Mill Lane or something mill related, as Bradford has a rich history of producing cotton apparently. So there are some options for you potentially if you like those. Alternatively, by all means, leave a comment with a different name for this new ground, which hopefully will see better scorelines in the future and less bad luck. In the interest of time, and to ensure that this video gets out remotely close to being on time, I'm going to call the episode there for now, with some of the... Dusan Vlahovic needs to have some of his shirt back on. Going to leave some of the transfer window still to come, as we potentially can do something else if opportunities present themselves. Currently significantly over wage budget though, so we need to address that accordingly. Need to add an extra 0 in there, Ches. Well done. So we're over wage budget, but not over the allowed over wage budget, if you know what I mean. So we've got plenty of players out on loan currently. A number of youngsters we're also looking to continually loan out if someone actually wants to show an interest in them. Alternatively, we could send them to a couple of local clubs in lower leagues as kind of a parent club, senior affiliate option. Apparently I've given... oh, that's why my wages are knackered. I've given Alexi Coombe £275,000 a week rather than... well done, Ches. Rather than 27,500. That brings my wages back in then, doesn't it? Need another 0 there, don't I? Yeah. So, all right. He's not on £275,000 a week. My wages are okay. We do still have £46 million available. We're still close. We're still over budget. So it is something that we're going to have to keep a keen eye on. But at the moment, we are fine financially for the time being. One thing to note as well, actually, a new addition with us being at our new club. And of course, with our in-game attendance now being, or in-game situation being different to previous. When you upgrade your ground in-game, it doesn't actually acknowledge that with the match ticket sales. So AD, the genius behind the financial hub aspect of the spreadsheet, has introduced a stadium calculator for us. So as such, and we'll add this to the spreadsheet version that you guys can download from the link in Twitch chat moving forward. I have the stadium capacity in-game here, then my own capacity here, and it automatically adjusts with regards a percentage to give us the inflated stadium maintenance cost and to give us the realistic match attendance with regards to higher percentage of stadium capacity. You put the in-game ticket match attendance there, which will give you a new realistic figure there based on the uplift that you can then add here to your match attendance to get your match sale ticket revenue accordingly. Thank you very much, AD, for that. We will be utilising that, but we'll do that off camera. You don't need to see the ins and outs of it. That's all for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Join me tomorrow for Friday's episode where we will end the transfer window. There might be more to come. We might well get more bids. We're anticipating potentially losing a couple more players. You never know. We might see more options come in for Longhorse, etc. Newcastle have bid for him already but not paid the fee. Another club might. That's all for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.